What's good with the people, man? You know what I'm talking about? It's your partner, man. Who? Oh, it's your partner, man. You know what I'm talking about? How is y'all doing on this weird wagon Wednesday? So, bro, what is you talking about? I'm gonna get into it. You know what I'm talking about? But before I do that, what's good, people? Like, hee hee ha ha. You know what I'm talking about? Man, I see hee hee, man. I went to sleep. I fell asleep my motherfucking self. You know what I'm talking about? We're gonna be right back at you. You know what I'm talking about? Thank you. You know what I'm talking about, man? Ken in the pen, man. You know what I'm talking about? All my folks incarcerated, all my folks who ain't, man. Everybody on the bottom of that thing, everybody on the top of that thing. Keep that head up. You know what I'm talking about? Keep pushing. We gonna get through it to get to it, man. Did I say Ken in the pen? I don't know, but if I didn't, go get that stick up in stores now, man. You can go and get you one off of 76 MacArthur. They sold out. They'll be back, though. Giants Liquor is what I'm talking about, man. You know what I'm talking about, man. 82nd Hillside Barbershop. You know what I'm talking about? They say somebody put them in their stores in the hundreds. Thank you, young man. Now, you know, because I tell you every morning. You know what I'm talking about? Now, you know. You can come get them from me. You know what I'm talking about? Did you see them? You know what I'm talking about? You come get them from me. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, did you see him? You know what I'm talking about? But if all else fails, man, you can go and get you one off of Amazon. Make sure you copy a hardback. Funkadai trying the stores now. Make sure you go to Amazon, copy a hardback. Stick Up 2 coming soon. Funkadai trying to come real soon. He know what I'm talking about, man. Uh-oh, what's that? Swing that finger, young man. You talking about this one? Hey, that's the one, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Worldwide INC, man. You know what I'm talking about? Worldwide Incorporated, man. You know what I'm talking about? Worldwide. They say, bro, what does that mean? I'm gonna continuously tell you it means everybody. You know what I'm talking about? And Dougal Fresh, Mike, Lil Rue, not Lil Rube. Lil Rue, you know what I'm talking about? Tata the player, that's who comes next. Same thing, bro. All my folks on the bottom of that thing, all my folks on the top of that thing. Keep that head up. You know what I'm talking about? Keep pushing. We gonna get through it to get to it. You know what I'm talking about, man? Now let's get through these disclaimers. But before we do that, mama says and mama always says, boy, brush them whiskers when you on TV. You know what I'm talking about, man? Coffee Chronicles. Classic roast, piping hot. You know what I'm talking about, man? Now, a good brother like myself, oh, man, I'm supposed to. A good brother like myself, I don't promote no drug users. A good brother like myself, good brother like myself, I don't promote no drug sellers. You know what I'm talking about? Good brother like myself, good brother like myself, I don't promote no alcohol consumption. You know what I'm talking about? Don't take a sip of the sip it. You know what I'm talking about? Nah, don't do it. You know what I'm talking about? Good brother like myself, I don't promote no crime. You know what I'm talking about? I don't promote no violence. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Good brother like myself, man, I don't promote no domestic violence. You know what I'm talking about? Keep your hands off the people. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Don't. You know what I'm talking about? Promote. You know what I'm talking about? No. Negativity. You know what I'm talking about? No. No. No, man. Man, I don't promote shit. You know what I'm talking about? They was talking, bro, man, I don't promote shit. You know what I'm talking about? Not shit. You know what I'm talking about? Nah, me, all I promote is y'all go ahead and do what you're going to do with your time, young ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you find the right thing to do with your time, young ladies and gentlemen, because we just don't know how much of it we have, young ladies and gentlemen. But a good brother like myself, he don't talking about, I ain't prejudiced. He don't talking about a good brother like myself. I ain't got nothing against the sexually different. He don't talking about a good brother like myself. He don't talking about, I ain't got nothing against the little people. He don't talking about, nah. He don't talking about me. Man, I ain't got no problems with nobody. He don't talking about they was talking to me. Man, I just loves me some everybody. He don't talking about, as a matter of fact, I'm on a quest. He don't talking about. Bring that peace, you know what I'm talking about, that joy, you know what I'm talking about, that love, you know what I'm talking about, that love. Back to the YouTube community, man. Is you with me? Come on over here, fuck with your partner. Hey, check it out, man. Come fuck with a nigga one time. You know what I'm talking about? Man, what's good with the people? How y'all doing on this weird wagon Wednesday? Say, bro, what is you talking about now? You know what I'm talking about? The weird wagon. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to everybody who can't keep a secret. Guess what? Yeah, I see. Fuck it. Fuck it. You know what I'm talking about? Fuck it, man. It's gonna be a real short one, man. It's called the Weird Wagon. You say, bro, what is the Weird Wagon? It's something like the bandwagon. You know what I'm talking about? It's something like the bandwagon. You know what I'm talking about? You know what the bandwagon is? You know what I'm talking about? Like how all these Philadelphia fans that came out of nowhere, you know what I'm talking about? Now everybody an Eagles fan type shit, that type shit. When the Warriors win there, you know what I'm talking about? Now with strength and numbers and all that shit right here, man, ain't nobody, we was losing every year with Don Nelson. Ain't nobody, Miss Richmond, Tim Hardaway in there, man. You know what I'm talking about? Niggas had Chris Webber playing center. Coffee Chronicles. But the weird wagon to go something like the bandwagon, you know what I'm talking about? Because in today's, you know what I'm talking about, today's world, you get what I'm saying? Motherfuckers just jumping on the weird wagon, you know what I'm talking about? It's just them weird ass waves that be floating around. And it's like, you see people that normally wouldn't do no, you know what I'm talking about? People you thought normally wouldn't do no weird shit, you know what I'm talking about? They jumped on the weird wagon, you know what I'm talking about? So they right over there with everybody else doing this weird ass shit that goes on in today's time. You know what I'm talking about, man? Nephew, sis, old man, old lady. You know what I'm talking about, man? So you look around, you know what I mean? And like I continuously tell you this, because the youngsters, this just their generation. So I get them, you know what I mean? Because everybody just a part of their own generation. What's going on is kind of what everybody gonna be into. You get what I'm saying? But the thing that be fucked up be motherfuckers my age and older. You get what I'm saying? And they sitting here doing a bunch of basically kid shit. You get what I'm saying? And they just didn't adopt these weird ass ways they got today. You know what I mean? So now you got motherfuckers my age and older. You got motherfuckers 60, 75 years old and shit. You know what I'm talking about? Just sitting here tuned in to the weird shit. You get what I'm saying? Coffee Chronicle. And that's how we got to Weird Wagon Wednesday. You know what I'm talking about? And now we just living in the world where it's where basically weird shit just allowed. You know what I'm talking about? Weird shit just allowed. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody looking out the window and they see motherfuckers doing shit, you know what I mean? And you know what they realize? And they realizing like you could just do anything now and there is no consequence. You know what I mean? You could just do anything, talk about anything, and there is no consequence. So it's almost like motherfuckers looking out the window and they just see it's safe to do some weird shit. So fuck it, you know what I mean? They jump out the window, you know what I'm talking about, onto the weird wagon. You know what I'm talking about? That shit just weird, you know what I'm talking about? But fuck it, do what you do with your time, man. I see you, you know what I'm talking about? Nephew, sis, old man, old lady. I see you like a motherfucker, fuck it, man. You know what I'm talking about? Do what you do with your time, man. I'm just here to, you know what I mean? You can jump off that wagon, bro, you know what I'm talking about? You ain't even got to jump on that motherfucker. But if you seen that motherfucker coming down the street and you just had to get on that motherfucker, you know what I'm talking about? You know you still could jump off that motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about, bro? You ain't got to do that shit. Motherfucker like, baby, because you always telling somebody what they can't do, what they got. I ain't telling you shit, bro. You can do what the fuck you want to do, bro. I'm just telling you that shit weird as a motherfucker, bro. And you know it's weird. But you done overrode your common sense, knowing that shit weird, and then just said, just told yourself, fuck it, everybody doing it. You get what I'm saying? So, if everybody doing it, you know what I mean? It must be okay for me to jump on the wagon. You know what I'm talking about, man? That motherfucker going fast, ain't it? That motherfucker speeding down the street. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? That weird wagon. But because once again it got hot, you know what I'm talking about? I don't know where my towel is, you know what I'm talking about? But on this weird wagon Wednesday, that's all it is. You know what I'm talking about? That's all it is. Motherfuckers jumping out the window and jumping on that weird wagon. Just doing some shit that don't even make no motherfucking sense. You get what I'm saying? It just don't. And I'm just here to tell any normal, anybody that think normal or something like that, bro, you can just live your life, folks. You know what I'm talking about? You can just live your life. You ain't got to do nothing out your character. You ain't got to do nothing out your spirit. You get what I'm saying, bro? You can just live your life. Fuck all that other shit that's going on. You can just be comfortable and confined in your own, you know what I mean, your own space. Because now more and more when I'm talking to people, bruh, you got more and more people, not more and more, but like some people that I come across. There's more and more motherfuckers actually doing shit that they don't even want to do. You feel what I'm saying? Like, have you ever been fucking with somebody or something and like, I don't know, it's a big birthday bash or some shit like that, you know what I mean? And this other motherfucker want to go to it, but you really don't want to go to that motherfucker. You know what I mean? But you just end up going because this is something somebody else wanted to do. Then you get there and realize, man, I was just better off. I should have just stayed where I was at. You know what I'm talking about? Fuck this shit right here. It goes something like that. But I be talking to motherfuckers and they just be wanting to do some simple shit. But it's almost like they don't do the simple shit because how everybody else would think, you know what I mean? How everybody else would think about the simple shit they do. You know what I'm talking about? You don't have to do that, man. You know what I'm talking about, man? You just don't got to do that. You can do what the fuck you want to do, bruh, and not care. And just enjoy your motherfucking self. You know what I'm saying? And it's a little bit off subject, but I was just reading something, and they was basically saying how motherfucker live a long time, because that stress shit kills you, bruh. You get what I'm saying? That shit eats you up from the inside. You know what I'm talking about? If you ask me, I think that's one of the things that's stressing and shit. Because like everybody got I think you born with a cancer inside you. You feel me? Like everybody got a cancer. It's just something inside you that gotta activate that shit. And I think that's one of them things that'll activate that shit, bro. It's just continuously stressing. You feel what I'm saying? But they was talking about motherfuckers in their lifespan, how you live long, bro. And they was talking to an old lady, man, and she just said she laughed. You know what I'm talking about? And had her some Chardonnay. She just laughed and drunk Chardonnay. And you could see she was just like a happy spirit. And that lady still living, you know what I mean? I think laughter, you know what I mean, does something good for the body inside you. You know what I mean, man? So on this weird wagon Wednesday, man, you don't have to jump on it, basically. You just don't, man, you know what I mean? You could just, you could do you, folks, and whatever the fuck you want to do. You get what I'm saying? Despite what anybody thinks or has to say about what it is you're doing. You get what I'm saying? You ain't got to jump on the weird wagon. Because one day the weird wagon ain't going to be cool. You get what I'm saying? Everything has its time. Mama say don't blow your nose on camera. Sorry, mama. You know. Top of the world, mama. Top of the world. You know what I'm talking about? But you ain't got to hop on it. The weird wagon, you don't. You can let that motherfucker pass you, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? You can let that motherfucker pass you. Because one day they going to be talking about that wagon too, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? That shit ain't gonna be cool no more like big clothes. You know what I'm talking about? It just ain't gonna be cool. Coffee Chronicles. Low key, that shit ain't cool right now. You can just get away with it. You know what I'm talking about? But you ain't gotta hop on it, folks. You know what I mean? So on this weird wagon Wednesday, you know what I mean? You can hop on that motherfucker if you want to. You don't have to. You can let the motherfucker pass you by. But just like that bandwagon, they have created a weird wagon. And on that weird wagon, motherfuckers just doing shit that, like, I guess it's shit that they don't even consider weird now. You get what I'm saying? Like always talking about somebody else's situation or something. You know what I mean? Like your opinion on somebody else's situation is just gonna change it. You get what I'm saying? Acting like the police helping motherfuckers and trying to solve a case everywhere over America, man. You know what I'm talking about? All that shit right there, you know what I mean? Because since you've been little, bruh, grown ups been telling you to mind your motherfucking business, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? Just mind your motherfucking business. But they ain't gonna do it. They gonna hop on a weird wagon. You know what I'm talking about? They got binoculars on a weird wagon, man. That wagon, it just drives around scouring, looking for something, you know what I'm talking about, to get you talking about it. You know what I'm talking about? They got everybody walking around in daze. They got a grip over everybody's mind. You know what I'm talking about? We looking at everything else, but what really matters. before I get up out of here. Coffee Chronicles. Like I said, I know that's might be barbershop conversation. You talking around your job, your workplace, you know what I mean, your house. But to come up here on national TV and do it, bruh, I don't know, man. I guess that's just the way I see it. But that ain't no player shit. It's just not. And on that this weird wagon Wednesday, when you hop on there, you stuff like that starts to become more normal. Because I've watched in really the last 2 weeks, I done seen like 2 arguments over somebody else's business. Because one person has their opinion about these other people's business, and this person has his opinion about the other people's business, and they just sitting here arguing over some shit that don't got nothing to do with neither one of them. You get what I'm saying, bro? That shit damn near is getting to the point that niggas having fights, man. You know what I'm talking about? Niggas talking about the gossip like sports. You know what I'm talking about? No, the Rams are better than the Cardinals. You know what I'm talking about? This shit like that, bro. Motherfuckers is really, they put niggas in the character of defending, and just, it's just all over the place now, bro. Because I could be doing the fakest shit in real life and come up here and still talk about other people doing fake shit. Somehow the fake shit I'm doing doesn't count. You know what I mean? Now I'm talking about this other person doing some fake shit, although he's doing the same thing that I'm doing. You know what I mean? But it doesn't, like, weird wagon, bro. Weird wagon Wednesday. You know what I mean? Ain't gonna say, baby, because you always talking about shit weird, you always coming up, because we just need to stop, bro. Shit don't really look cool. We destroying each other at a rapid pace. Using in the name of entertainment. You get what I'm saying? Motherfuckers out here committing, just killing themselves for attention, doing a bunch of shit you ain't even gotta do. Looking like Shirley Temple, talking like the Saguni. You know what I'm talking about? Gossiping. Up here like the police bitch who hired her. You know what I'm talking about? We ain't got to do it the weird wagon that is. Weird wagon Wednesday it is, man. And it's going to be a good day to y'all. Hope y'all stay safe. But I just wish we could get back to normal just a little bit. You know what I'm talking about? And that's the thing about it. We don't have to just, because it ain't going to just completely stop nowhere. You know what I'm talking about? It's only going to get worse. But it'll be cool if we could just back up off some of the bullshit. You know what I mean? We ain't got to kill everything at once. We could just start practicing other behaviors. You know what I mean? We don't have to keep coming up here like the police bitch. Turning the streets into the national news. We ain't got to do that, bruh. We don't. But you ain't gonna understand it. You ain't gonna understand it until you get into that situation. Then you gonna have a whole different perspective. You know what I'm talking about? When that shit could harm your chances of being free or staying alive or just anything. But you ain't gonna realize it till it hit close to home. And with that one right there, people, you know what I'm talking about? Weird Wagon Wednesday it is. Nephew, sis, old man, old lady. You know what I'm talking about? You can let the truck pass you by. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't gotta hop on it, man. You don't. You can just be you. It ain't never been cool to do what everybody else do. It just ain't. That's how you get stuck. That's just how you get stuck, bruh. When you try to do something else that's outside yourself, you might not could ever come back to yourself. You know what I'm talking about? You might hop out your buddy and get stuck. You know what I'm talking about? At somebody else. You know what I'm talking about? You just be yourself. It's easier. And with that one right there, if you don't remember nothing else, always remember it don't cost nothing. Just show a little bit of that love.